So, without wishing to sort of over-compliment you, you're quite young, and I always associate young people with being quite woke, and you're not. Why not?
I am not, because I think I wasn't naturally, so to say, when I went into university, and I pretty much immediately noticed what happens if you're not.
Like
So
in what? So you studied law at university.
I went to law school, and basically within the first 2 weeks of being in law school, voicing my opinion that I thought was pretty much a normal opinion to have. I didn't really think all that much about it. I noticed that my fellow students, but also my professors, would come after me, and it all went downhill when a teacher told me that I should take what was it called again, a confirmation bias test, to just see how racist I was, because of something I said in during a lecture. So
What did you say during the lecture?
he talked about a court case, and it was about a guy who wanted to become a janitor at a high school. And he applied for the job, and they turned him down because he was a Muslim who didn't want to shake hands with women because of religious reasons. And they said, well, if you're going to be a janitor at the school, you're going to have to be able to welcome parents. And funnily enough, they weren't that woke. They said usually, there's a woman and a man.
Yeah.
And if you're going to shake hands with the father but not with the mother, that's going to make people uncomfortable, so we can't hire you. And the professor then asked us, fresh students, new students, like, what do you think of that? And I thought that was totally legitimate, that they didn't hire this man, and, that there were very, very valid cultural reasons to not hire someone who doesn't want to shake hands with women. Just,
Yeah.
But I don't even think that I said that. I think I said more something, like along the free market line of, oh, but he just didn't fit the job description, so it's fine that they don't hire this guy. If you can't do what they're asking you to do, then that's it.
And every single one of your contemporaries disagree with you?
Every single one of them disagreed.
How can it be that way that there's definitely an argument to say if one of your jobs is to welcome people and introduce them and say, thank you, hello, Mr. and Mrs. Van der Beek.
Yeah.
Hello, Donny Van der Beek and your missus. If they were to come in, it would be fairly legitimate to ask them to shake hands. So I can't believe that. I just don't understand why 99% of the rest of the people just didn't agree with you.
Right, because the freedom of choice in their eyes didn't trump his right as a minority to be, just, I don't know, served the way that he wanted to be, even if it's about something like a job, that doesn't matter apparently to them. And just that free market argument, even though that was the main argument I used then, that was not the one that I really cared about. The one that I really cared about was, why on earth would you not want to shake hands with a woman? That's the way we introduce ourselves. That's the way you recognize someone's presence. That's just common decency.
Is that all? But I think that's all Muslims. Is it? I mean, it must be a particularly sort of more orthodox, not orthodox. Well, I don't know what the Muslim equivalent is of the.
Sure.
But the more sort of heavy practicing, perhaps.
Yeah.
So applying for the wrong job, and is that endemic and sort of reflective of what the Dutch education system is like?
Absolutely. I mean, this is just one example, and it's the one that stuck with me most, because it was probably the second week that I was in uni. But I have countless of examples like this of all sorts of subjects and teachers that I faced during my education for I studied for 4 or 5 years. So I could give you an array of examples. But that's what kind of prompted it for me to think, oh, this is not normal that a teacher is basically calling me a racist for just giving what I thought was a very valid opinion. And I decided to speak out about that, and told the journalist about it. He put it in the newspapers, and then it was just all hell broke loose.
Game over. So that's what made you notorious.